Hello and welcome to another online English class. Hope you all doing great in this situation, let's say. Hope you are all studying well and not being lazy all the time. Please make sure to make use of your time that you spend uh, in your houses. So today we will be taking gerunds and infinitives. It's in the student book, page number 91. Okay, so gerunds and infinitive, they are actually easy. All you need to know is to differentiate between gerunds and infinitives and other types of verbs and words, and to memorize the usage of each of them so you can use them well. Okay, so starting with the gerunds, here we say gerunds usage as the subject or the object of a sentence. Okay, the gerund comes as the subject or the object of a sentence after prepositions. So gerunds come after prepositions as well. After the verb go to describe activities, the gerund can come after the verb go. After certain verbs and phrases such as avoid, be used to, can't help, consider, okay, and etc. We have many words that we need to memorize, many verbs, phrases, and words that we need to memorize in order to be able to use the gerunds, okay? The verbs and the words, you can find them in your student's book, page number 91 in the blue box, okay? Make sure to memorize all the verbs and the words that are used with the gerunds. Okay, that's the only way that you can answer question regarding gerunds and infinitives. Okay, so here we have a note. We need to understand that the gerund is not a verb, even though it looks so close to verb ing. So the gerund is not a verb. Okay, it looks close to the verb ing. We need to differentiate between the gerund and the verb ing and make sure to understand that the gerund is not a verb. Okay, so to differentiate between the gerund and the continuous verb ing, here we are going to differentiate between the gerund and the verb ing. Okay, we need to remember that the continuous verb, which is the verb ing, has a be verb before it. Do you remember when we say that you cannot put a verb ing without is, am, or are? For example, I say, I am playing football. He is playing football. They are watching TV. He is jumping right now. Okay, so we need to put is, am, are before the verb ing, while the gerund, we don't need to put anything before it. Okay, the gerund doesn't have any be verb before them. Okay, for example, when we say here, jumping all over the place is fun. Here we have the word jumping, okay? It is a gerund. Why? Because we do not have any be verb before it, okay? But here, they are jumping, okay? They are jumping, are and jumping. So this is a verb ing. They are jumping all over the place, while here we say jumping all over the place is fun. This is a gerund, not a verb ing, okay? So that's the only difference, the are. If there is a be verb before the word that holds the ing, it is the continuous verb. While if there is no be verb before the word that holds the ing, it is a gerund, okay? And as we say, gerunds come as a subject or the object of the sentence. Okay? Here we say writing an essay is important for your study. Writing here is a gerund because we don't have any be verb before it. Okay? Watching TV is a sedentary activity. Watching here is a gerund as well. And if you have noticed that writing an essay is the subject of the sentence, and watching TV, sorry, is the subject of the sentence as well. Okay, so here writing and watching are gerunds. Okay, in conclusion, for the gerunds come as the subject or the object of the sentence. Okay, they come as the subject or the object of the sentence. Gerunds come after preposition. They can come after prepositions as well. Okay? Gerunds come after the verb go. Okay, so let's give an example for this one. Uh, we can say I. So we can say I will go hiking. Hiking here is a gerund. Okay? So next we have gerunds after certain verbs and phrases mentioned in the book. Okay, so you need to memorize the verbs and phrases that are mentioned in the book because the gerunds can come after them. So you need to memorize them so you can answer questions regarding them. Okay, gerunds don't have any be verb before it, and this is the main key to differentiate between the gerund and the verb ing or the continuous verb. So now we are done with the gerunds. Let's go next to the infinitives. And the infinitives way to the way to study infinitives is the same way to study gerunds. You need to understand the usage of the infinitive, the shape that the infinitives come in, and uh, the verbs, phrases, and words that come after this infinitive. Okay, for the usage of the infinitives, we use infinitives after certain verbs and phrases like afford, allow, make an effort, and etc. These phrases and verbs, you can find them in your student's book, so please make sure to memorize all of them in order to answer questions regarding the infinitives. And we use the infinitives after certain adjectives like afraid, angry, anxious, glad, and etc. You can find the other words as well in your student's book, page number 91. Okay, so we can use the infinitives after to, enough, plus an adjective as well. Okay, so note that the infinitive verb comes as to plus verb 1. So what is the shape that the infinitive verb comes as? It comes as uh, 2 plus verb 1. Okay, for example, I love to eat. To eat here is an infinitive verb. And why did it come as an infinitive? Because of the word love here. Okay, next we have I can't afford to buy. To buy is an infinitive verb. Here we have to plus verb 1 buy. It is an infinitive, okay? And why did it come as infinitive? Because of the word afford here. We can find it from the usage. Afford says. So after the word afford, we must have an infinitive verb, okay? So next, we are going to I am really glad to see you again. Okay, so why did we use to see here, which is the infinitive, which is infinitive actually, because we have here 2 plus verb 1. Why did we use infinitive? Because we have glad, the word glad before it, and we can find the word glad from the usage. Okay, so please make sure to memorize all the words regarding the gerunds and the infinitives because that's the way how you need uh, that's the way you answer questions related to gerunds and infinitives. So you need to memorize all the words that are related to them. uh, All of the underlined words above are infinitive. We simply knew because it came as 2 plus verb 1. Notice the words that came before the infinitive. They are the same words that are mentioned in the usage. So, in conclusion, to be able to understand gerunds and the infinitives and answer questions related to them, okay, all you need to do is to understand the shape they come in. Gerunds look like verb 1 plus ing, okay, and make sure to remember that we don't have any be verb before them, okay, and the infinitives looks like 2 plus verb 1, okay. The second way to the second thing that you need to understand to answer questions regarding the gerunds and the infinitives is that to understand and memorize the usage for each of them, okay. If you memorize and understand the usage that were discussed before here in the usage parts, you will be able to answer questions regarding the gerunds and the infinitives, okay. The third point, which is memorize the words and phrases and verbs that come before each of them. Okay, this is so important. So you need to start memorizing the words and phrases that come before the gerunds and the infinitives. Starting from today, do not be lazy because later it will accumulate on you and it will be hard to study. So next, let's go and answer some questions related to the gerunds and the infinitives in our student's book, page number 91 here. We have question 6 here. Okay, we will start with answering question 6. It says, complete the sentences with the gerund or the full infinitive formed from these verbs. Okay, so we have verbs in the box, white box, which are buy, charge, play, say, send, swim. Okay, we need to change them to become gerund or infinitive and put them in the suitable sentence. Okay, so starting with number one, first I wanted you to stop the video and try to answer them by yourselves. Take 5 minutes to answer these questions. Okay, so I will be starting with number one. It says, I am sorry to say this technology isn't very effective. Okay, I am sorry to say. And the reason we used the infinitive verb to say is because of the word sorry. Okay, if you look at the blue box here, we have in the adjective sorry is used before the infinitive verb. So that's all. All you need is to memorize the words in the red. Okay, so you can answer questions related to the infinitive and the gerunds. Number two says, are you interested in buying this device from me? Okay, buying. It is a gerund, and the reason we use the gerund is because of the word interested. In the blue box again, here we have the word interested put before a gerund. Okay, next, Fahd finds playing with gadgets fascinating. Okay, so the reason we use the gerund playing is because of the word finds. Okay, finds is used before gerunds. Next, I noticed Jack sending a text message in class. Sending, okay, because of the word notice. Okay, number five, I can't use my phone because I forgot to charge the battery. To charge, it is infinitive, and the reason we use infinitive is because of the word forgot. Okay, forgot. Forgot is used before the infinitive verb. Number six says, I want to go to swim in the sea. Here, after the word go, we use infinitive. Go to swim in the sea. Okay, so as we said before, all you need to know is to memorize the words in the red in the blue box in order to answer questions related to the gerunds and the infinitives. Next here we have another thing that is not related to gerunds and infinitives, which is collocations. Okay, in question number 7. Uh, Regarding collocations, they are just a group of words that come in specific way to mean something, okay? So you need to memorize them the way they are and understand the usage of them. Like, what do they mean? And you will be okay with that, okay? So, uh, question number 7 says, complete these phrases with hold or keep, okay? Number 1 is keep a secret, which means to never tell the secret. In English, we say keep a secret. That means do not tell anybody about this secret or what I have just said. Okay. Number 2, keep an account of. Okay. It means write write down records for something. Okay. Keep an account of, which means write records about something. Okay. Number 3, hold someone responsible for. Hold someone responsible for, which means give someone the responsibility or blame someone for something. Okay? Keep to a minimum, which use keep the amount as small as possible. Give the least amount possible. Okay? And we say hold your breath, which means wait. Hold your breath means wait. Keep your word, which means do what you promised to do. Keep your promise, keep your word. So these are the collocations that we have for today. You just need to memorize them the way they are, okay? And memorize the meaning of each of them, and everything will be okay with you. So hope you all doing great. Please study well, do not be lazy, and work hard on yourself. Good luck.